Today, I'll be going over the top vintage Yu-Gi-Oh sales of promos and non-core set cards from the past week, March 28th through April 3rd. We're seeing some massive price drops on GBI God Cards this week that you won't want to miss. So let's jump right into the top video game promo sales. Number 10. From GBI, we have the secret rare monster card Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's a PSA 9 pop 138, selling as a buy it now for $360. This one's down 76% from its all-time high of $1,500 back in September of 2021. Now, a 76% drop to start things off is huge, but buckle in because we're just getting started. Number 9. From the game Power of Chaos, we have the secret rare monster card Dark Magician. It's a PSA 10 pop 154, selling as a buy it now for $403. This one's down 53% from the all-time high of $850 back in February of 2021 at the peak of the market. Despite being down that much, this is actually the highest price of the last 6 sales of this card. Number 8. From the game Forbidden Memories, we have the secret rare monster card Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. It's a PSA 9 pop 65, selling at auction for $510. Now, this one's only down 23% from the all-time high of $660 back in November of 2021. That's the smallest drop from all-time high this week. Not bad considering where the market is as a whole, down around 40 to 50% from all-time high prices. Number 7. We have a GBI secret rare monster card Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's a BGS 9. The PSA pop on 9 is 135. This one's sold as a buy it now for $515. This one's down 66% from that all-time high of $1,500 back in September of 2021. Now, this decrease isn't as large as the 76% drop that we saw earlier, but that's still a big decrease to Slifer's price and GBI God Cards as a whole. Number 6. Once again, we have a GBI secret rare monster card Slifer the Sky Dragon. This one's a PSA 9, pop 138, selling as a buy it now for $545. This one's down 64% from the all-time high of $1,500 back in September of 2021. This is the second copy of Slifer graded 9 selling in this range. This seems like a pretty reasonable spot for the card to equilibrate in price. That $360 sale earlier was probably a pretty good deal for the buyer. Number 5. From the game Dark Duel Stories, we have the secret rare monster card Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, this one's clearly the lowest grade this week. It's a PSA 1.5. That's a pop 2 selling at auction for $614, possibly the most expensive PSA 1.5 in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. No previous sales on this in PSA 1.5. However, the all-time high for a PSA 2 is $1,200 and a PSA 1 coming in at $660. Both of those sales were near the peak of the market. Number 4. We have a GBI secret rare monster card Slifer the Sky Dragon in PSA 10. Now, this one in 10 is a pop 299, selling at auction for $795. This is a huge drop, an 84% decrease from the all-time high of $5,000 back in January of 2021. This is the biggest drop from all-time high on this list, and it's also the largest drop I've seen of any card recently. Not good news for Slifer and the other GBI God cards. Number 3, we have the GBI secret rare monster card, the Winged Dragon of Ra. This one's a PSA 10 pop 313, selling at auction for $945. Now, this one's down 53% from the all-time high of $1,999 back in October of 2021. Now, Ra's peak sale price for a PSA 10 was significantly lower than Slifer's, so the percent drop isn't as significant, but 53% down is still pretty big. Number 2. We have the GBI secret rare monster card Obelisk the Tormentor. This one's a PSA 10 pop 289, selling at auction for $1,101. This one's down 78% from the all-time high of $5,000 back in January of 2021. This is our third 75% plus drop on the list, each of them being GBI God cards. The God cards are essentially in free fall right now. Not good for buyers who bought in at the peak of the market. Number 1. From the game Forbidden Memories, we have the secret rare monster card Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon in PSA 10. That one's a pop 68, selling at auction for $1,400. This one's down 45% from the all-time high of $2,550 back in February of 2021. Now, a 45% drop might sound bad, but relative to the rest of the video game promos market, this card isn't doing terribly. Before we get into the top 10 promo sales, I'd like to announce this video's giveaway. I'll be giving away an original Masked Beast and Invader of Darkness to one of my subscribers who likes this video and comments down below letting me know your favorite card from this week's list. And if I reach 500 subscribers by the end of April, I'll be giving away this 25th anniversary Dark Magician to one random commenter on any video this month. So the more videos you comment on, the better your chances of winning. Now on to the top 10 promo sales. Number 7. We have the BPT secret rare monster card Gearfried the Iron Knight. This one's a PSA 10, a pop 15, selling at auction for $203. This one's rivaling the God cards, down 71% from its all-time high of $710. That was all the way back in March of 2021. Now, this card has the lowest pop and the biggest drop from all-time high. Gearfried seems pretty underrated to me, with a PSA 10 only fetching around $200. Number 6. From the Collector's Tin 1, we have the secret rare monster card Insect Queen. This is a PSA 10, pop 29, selling at auction for $223. This card's down 45% from the all-time high of $405 back in October of 2021. This is the first of just 2 Collector's Tin cards on the list. Any guesses as to what the other one might be? Number 5. From BPT, we have the secret rare monster card 007 Dark Magician. This one's a PSA 9, pop 55, selling at auction for $255. This is only down 15% from the all-time high of $300 back in July of 2021. Now, this is the first and only PSA 9 to make this list. Number 4. We have a BPT secret rare monster card Jinzo. That's a PSA 10, pop 31, selling at auction for $435. This one's down 49% from the all-time high of $860 back in October of 2021. Did anyone else used to call Jinzo from the booster pack tins a Tinzo? That's what all my friends and I used to call him back in the day. Number 3. From BPT, we have a secret rare monster card, Lord of D. This one's a PSA 10, pop 18, selling as a buy it now for $450. This is down 34% from the all-time high of $684 back in March of 2021. Now, that's another underrated card in my opinion. I used to love Lord of D as a kid, even though he wasn't particularly strong. Number 2. From BPT, we have the secret rare monster card, Jinzo, once again. This is a PSA 10, pop 31, selling at auction for $505. This is down 41% from the all-time high of $860 back in October of 2021. Now, that's the second Jinzo and the only repeat card on the list this week. Number 1. From Collector's Tin 2, we have the secret rare monster card, Dark Magician Girl. That's a PSA 10, pop 92, selling as a best offer for $700. That's down 35% from the all-time high of $1,072 back in April of 2021. Now, this is the highest pop card on the list, but Dark Magician Girl has so much demand, she can still earn the number 1 spot. Interesting to note that 6 of the 7 top tin sales of last week were all PSA 10s. Now on to the top reprint set cards from the past week. Number 5. From Champion Pack 6, we have the super rare trap card, Phoenix Wing Windblast. It's a PSA 9, pop 6, selling as a buy it now for $200. We've had no previous sales on this card. Number 4. From Dark Beginning 2, we have the ultra rare monster card, Injection Fairy Lily. That's a PSA 10, just a pop 3, selling as a buy it now for $304. This one's actually a new all-time high, a 36% increase from the previous all-time high of $223 back in December of 2021. And that previous all-time high is the only sale we've had of this card, so no other data points to look at. Number 3. From Dark Beginning 2, we have the ultra rare monster card, Fushio Richie. That's a PSA 10, just a pop 1, selling as a buy it now for $350. That single card has never been sold before, so this is the new all-time high. Now, we've seen a few pop 1 cards recently. $350 seems like a pretty good deal to me for such a rare card. Number 2. From Retro Pack 2, we have the super rare monster card, Buster Blader. This one's a PSA 10, pop 3, selling as a buy it now for $390. We have no prior sales for the Buster Blader and PSA 10, so this is a new all-time high of the card. This is the 3rd card on the list that's a pop 3 or lower. These reprint set cards are extremely rare despite their relatively low prices compared to the rest of the market. Number 1. From Retro Pack 2, we have the secret rare monster card, Valkyrion the Magna Warrior. This one's a PSA 9, pop 18, selling at auction for $540. That's a drop of 46% from the all-time high of $995 back in February of 2021. This is the largest pop of all the reprints on the list, but it's also the only secret rare, earning the top spot. Now on to the top starter deck sales of the past week. Number 4. From Starter Deck Joey, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card, Red Eyes Black Dragon. This one's a BGS 9. A PSA pop on a 9 is $192. This sold as a buy it now for $325. That's a drop of 56% from the all-time high of $740 back in December of 2020. If you want a high-grade slab of a classic card, Red Eyes is definitely the most affordable. It's a high-pop card, but still really iconic. Number 3. From Starter Deck Yugi, we have the ultra-rare first-edition monster card, Dark Magician. This one's a PSA 8. That's a pop 51, selling as a best offer for $550. This is a 45% decrease from the all-time high of $1,000 back in April of 2021. It's crazy to think that a PSA 8 of this card sold for $1,000 when there's so many other old school PSA 9 and 10 cards that you could also be buying for $1,000. I guess that's the premium that Dark Magician demands. Number 2. From Started at Kaiba, we have the Ultra Rare First Edition Monster Card, Blue Eyes White Dragon. This one's a BGS 9. The PSA pop on that's a 170, selling at auction for $2,295. This is a drop of 52% from the all-time high of $4,750 back in May of 2021. This is probably the most loved card and version of the card across the community. The high pops keep the price down, but $2,000 isn't bad just for some cardboard. Number 1. From Started at Kaiba, we have the Ultra Rare First Edition Monster Card, Blue Eyes White Dragon. This one's a PSA 9, pop 170, selling as a buy it now for $2,404. This is a drop of 49% from that all-time high of $4,750 back in May of 2021. All these Started at cards dropped between 40 and 50% from their all-time high. This gives us a pretty good picture of where the Started at card market is right now. And now we'll wrap things up with the top tournament pack sales of the past week. Number 2. From Tournament Pack 4, we have the Ultra Rare Trap Card, Royal Decree. This one was a PSA 9, pop 25, selling at auction for $435. That's a new all-time high on the card, a 14% increase from the previous all-time high of $381 back in January of 2022, just a couple months ago. This seems like a bit high relative to the all-time high for the card to sell, but there's only 8 PSA 10s and 25 PSA 9s in existence, so it seems like a reasonable price for a Tournament Pack Ultra Rare. Number 1. From Tournament Pack 2, we have the Ultra Rare Monster Card, Morphing Jar. This one's a PSA 9, pop 38, selling as a buy it now for $5,597. This is also a new all-time high, a 39% increase from that previous all-time high of $4,150 back in February of 2021. Now, I do think this is another suspicious sale. We've been seeing quite a few of these suspicious sales recently on eBay. I just don't think we should be seeing new all-time high sales in the market that's not demanding all-time high prices. I wonder if this once again could be the eBay display error that I speculated about on those old Blue Eyes sales, where the best offer price wasn't actually displayed. That's the end of this week's Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch.